Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Today we're going to be answering some questions from you, my audience. I've gotten asked a few different times, and since we're in breeding season and I'm going to be starting to pack up eggs into the incubator soon, I figured I would answer a few of these questions. That's what I'm going to go over with today is some of those things that I use and the reason behind why I use them. So stick around. I have my boy Soul here with me today, and I'm Jack, and you're watching Python Addiction. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. For those of you who tuned into the live stream for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, thanks again. You probably already know who this is, as this is my boy Soul that just recently got his name. Absolutely beautiful boy. Again, congratulations to everyone who won prizes on that live stream, and Arcadia Ball Pythons. If you're watching this, please do get a hold of me, as you were the winner of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Congratulations. Please get a hold of me so we can discuss your prize and work that out. But today I wanted to talk about a couple of questions that have popped up, as a few different people have asked what I use for a hatch medium and why I go the way that I do. I use personally perlite. And I use perlite, number one, because it's a natural chemical. It's a natural substance. It's actually a product of volcanoes. It's a volcanic ash, like an obsidian ash that's crushed down, very microfine, cleaned up, and it's very porous at the microscopic level. So it holds in a lot of moisture, and it makes for a great substrate. There's other substrates that are out there that can be used for hatch medium, and one of the other very common ones that many people use is vermiculite. I do get that on occasion and use that on occasion, more as a backup in case I can't get perlite, because with perlite you have to be very careful. You can't use like the Miracle-Gro version. I actually use this version right here, which is one that I get right on Amazon. It's by Harris, and it's a straight perlite. There's no additives, no nothing as far as anything else added to it. Miracle-Gro, on the other hand, adds a fertilizer, a sprayed fertilizer compound, their proprietary formula, to their perlite. And there's nothing wrong with the fertilizer they use, as it's an organic fertilizer designed with plant growth and everything like that. But I'm not using the perlite for plants. I'm using the perlite for ball python eggs and for colubrid eggs and stuff like that when I do the corn snakes. So I don't want that fertilizer, because that fertilizer component can absorb into the eggs, and in those concentrations that can cause issues with egg development. It can cause eggs to go bad. There can be mold growth issues, all sorts of things that I just like to avoid when it comes to that aspect. But now with my perlite, I add something to it. I add, and maybe you can see this good, I add Orbeez to it. A very, very small amount. I only add maybe an eighth to a quarter of a teaspoon. That's hydrated in about a half a cup worth of distilled water. And I mix that in with the water, the perlite, once I've added the water to it. And that just helps to keep everything for the hydration level, for the humidity level, absolutely pristine throughout incubation. Because if you've watched my videos before, I also put the press and seal on the top of my bins when I put them into the incubator, and I only pull the corner on them like the last week of incubation. So that's what I use when it comes to the hatching medium and why I use that particular mixture. Like I said, there's no exact science as far as what I use. I'll make sure when I do my first set of eggs for this year, when I record the video, I'll actually show you guys exactly what I do from start to finish with mixing it. So if you guys want to kind of see what I do, I eyeball it. There's no exact measurement. There's no exact science to it. It's just making it to where it has enough humidity and enough moisture so the eggs don't dry out during the time that they're incubating. The other question that I have gotten asked a few different times is the different choices for the substrate, the bedding that I use in my bins versus what I use in my enclosures. Because a couple of you have made comments to the paper that they saw that was being used when I had some of the eggs that got pulled, that I pulled out last year, and then some of them were on paper towel. And it all really depends on the time of the year with where all of my racks were originally. I didn't really have a good way to control the humidity, the environmental humidity. So using the coconut during some of the months where the humidity levels got a little bit too high, it was hard to keep a proper humidity in the bins for each of my snakes. So I would switch to the paper towel as an alternative method to keep humidity a little bit more equalized in that regards. As far as the actual substrate that I actually use this stuff, and it's the Mega Mulch Coco Block from Costco is where I get it from. And there's a couple of other name brands that are the same exact type of thing from some of the other big box stores. But it's essentially, it's at like 19-pound bricks, or 18.5, 19 pounds. It essentially 20-pound bricks, because it's actually two of the like cocoa blocks like you would get from like Pro Coco or something like that are put together and then packaged and sold as one. They sell it for use in the garden and everything like that, but it's essentially the same exact stuff that you pay a premium for when it's made for reptiles or ball pythons or what the case may be. Maybe I'm a little bit wrong on that. Maybe there's something a little bit different, but from my personal experience with using several different brands, the only difference that I personally see is the size of the chunk. When it comes to the Mega Mulch that I use, some of the chunk sizes are a little bit bigger, like, we'll pull some of it out, like this. It's just a little bit bigger chunks. It's not so uniform when it comes to how they grind it up versus something like the Pro Coco, to where it's a more uniform shape and everything like that. Maybe if one of the other suppliers wants to sponsor me and send me some of their particular product so I can actually do a side-by-side comparison, I'd be happy to do that. But I get the Mega Mulch from Costco, and I get the bigger bricks, and with taxes and shipping, I'm paying like $26, $27 per 2 bricks, essentially. And that's a huge cost savings versus paying $16 to $25 per one smaller brick getting the other stuff. Unless you're ordering it in like pallets, it becomes very cost prohibitive for those other brands versus using the Mega Mulch from Costco. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys use for, if you're a breeder, what's your preferred medium for your hatch trays? Do you use vermiculite or do you use the perlite? And for all of you keepers that are out there, what brand of coconut, if you're a coconut user, what brand do you use? What's your experience been with its use? Like I said, I've had no issues with using the Mega Mulch, other than making sure that when I hydrate it, that I do hydrate it a few days in advance of actually using it, so it does have time to actually absorb all the way through, because it's slightly larger chunks that just takes an extra day or two to equalize throughout the entire soaking and hydrating process. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Otherwise, if you like this video, please do hit that like button, as that lets me know and it lets the algorithm know that you're enjoying this type of content. And as always, if you've made it this far through the video, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, please hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, press the notification icon. That'll let you know when I do new videos. I tend to do new videos at least once a week. And until next time, this is my boy Soul here. I'm Jack, and you've been watching Python Addiction. Well, look at you, mister. You did 2 videos in one day. You're going to be a little star. Yeah, my baby boy.